Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. Hi, I'm Beryl, and the theme for today's video is white rice. This is the third installment of us exploring the world one rice bowl at a time. These are personal recommendations, not necessarily meant to be representative of the entire country's take on a bowl of white rice, but here, to inspire you. Let's get started.
My name is Isabella, and my family is from Peru. We eat a lot of white rice with Peruvian cuisine, but my personal favorite is a homemade one called Arroz Tapado. It's 2 layers of rice with a ground beef mixture in the middle with a lot of ingredients, but that's highlighted by ají pepper, which is a spice, olives, and hard-boiled egg. You can even add a nice fried egg on the very top if you like. This is absolutely my favorite homemade Peruvian dish.
I liked the big reveal moment. It's kind of like a hamburger, but the rice is the bun, right? Crack the yolk. Da-na-na-na. It's a good combo. Everything works really well together, even the black olives, which I tend not to be the biggest fan of. There's definitely a little bit of spice from that pepper that we put in there, but the egg, like the fattiness of it, kind of helps cool it down a little bit. I like it because it's a twist on a classic, and the presentation is exciting.
Hi, my name is Claire, I'm from Cameroon, and here rice is often topped with something like a sauce. The most common one is peanut stew or sauce d'arachide. It's a very rich and savory peanut stew, and it's a very good staple in many Cameroonian households.
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. That was a lot of drama. The carpet is soaking wet because I did seltzer water to try to get the stains out. Luckily, I had extra. I'm still replaying it in my head. I'm interested to try this version because I made a version of this just a few episodes back for my meals that kids around the world love, and this dish was also common in Sierra Leone. One thing that I've since learned is the first time I made it, it was with peanut butter. And I've since learned that the more traditional way is to make it with peanut powder or a peanut paste. If you don't have that, you can definitely use peanut butter, but the recipe that I'm leaving below is a more traditional one, and then the one underneath that one is one that uses peanut butter. It's a really, really good stew, super simple to make. I also have fish in it this time rather than chicken last time, so it's also very versatile. I feel like the flavors are just super well balanced and just really, I don't know, it's just really good. I'm still just thinking about the accident. We gotta move on. I'd like to take a moment and thank the sponsor for today's video, Allform. You may remember that I worked with Birch, a mattress company. Allform is one of their sister companies, and they make modular sofas that are completely customizable. A lot of us are spending more time at home, and that means a lot more time on our sofas. Allform sofas are scratch and stain resistant and very comfortable. I got the Allform sectional sofa for my sister. She went on vacation and I set it up as a surprise for her. So when she came home, a new sofa. I got her an L-shaped sectional, and the sofa came in a bunch of boxes where I had to assemble it. And I thought for a minute, oh my gosh, this is going to be so complicated. But it was actually quite simple. The instructions were easy to follow. Oftentimes, if you're buying a customized sofa, the wait time is going to be in months, but these ship out within a couple of weeks, which is really nice, especially right now when we know everything has long delays. You do get a 100-day trial, so if you decide that, I actually don't like the sofa, they'll come and remove it for you. But I'll tell you, honestly, I think that the sofa is very comfortable. It's not too firm, it's not too soft, it's perfect for sitting and relaxing, or if you fall asleep on the sofa watching a movie, it's very comfortable for that too. On top of sofas, they also have chairs, so if you're looking for new seating, there's a ton of options here. If you're interested in trying them out, you can go to allform.com, use my code BARREL, and that will give you 20% off your order. I am also leaving it in the description.
Hi, my name is Linda and I'm from Democratic Republic of Congo. One of the most popular rice toppings in Congo are beans in tomato sauce. You can have brown beans, white beans, red beans, black beans, green beans, you name it, beans. It's called Madesu in Lingala, Maragi or Malaki in Swahili, and it's eaten all over the country. Every family has its own variation of the recipe, but it's nutritious and very savory.
This is the first Congolese dish from the channel. I liked the versatility aspect. You know, it could be any type of bean, which makes it easy. I have white beans in this one. The recipe, by the way, is in the description if you want to try making it yourself. I thought it was gonna be a little bit spicier than it is. It's actually quite mild. I like the bean addition with the red sauce. It kind of reminds me of baked butter beans in tomato sauce that you often find in the Mediterranean. The flavor profile is definitely a little bit different, but there's quite a lot of similarity here. I like the idea of using a tomato-based stew and mixing it with beans to get like a hearty dish that also is very comforting.
Hi, my name is Jess, and a common topping for white rice in Haiti is something we call legume. It's like a vegetable stew made with eggplants and carrots and spinach and all kinds of things. I think that it's a very comforting dish. My mom makes it all the time whenever she makes white rice, and it tastes really good.
This legume is really reminding me of baba ganoush, just that the base of it is eggplant and then you have a ton of other vegetables and spices mixed in. I feel like this is gonna be very much up my alley. Yes. Ooh. This is definitely worth trying to make or seeking out if you live near a Haitian restaurant. I'm leaving a recipe in the description if you wanna make it. This, I don't know if I should say it, it's better than baba ganoush. So much more flavor. I really, really like this one. I guess baba ganoush is kind of smoky in flavor, and this is not smoky in flavor, but I'm comparing it as the concept of like a mashed eggplant base. I like it a lot with rice. I tend to think about, I just put my foot in the wet spot of spilling. Okay, I'm still upset about it. In the hierarchy of eggplant-based dishes, you know, I do think about baba ganoush, I think about bacon bartha, and I think this is moving into the #1 spot. Legume. I love it.
Hello, I'm Maha from Libya. With white rice, my husband and I like to make an easy take on ruz bil khalta, which means rice with a mix. It's a bit of rice topped off with ghee, spicy fried lamb, almonds, and raisins. It's a delicious meal enjoyed all over the country because of its mix of flavors and textures. But to me, it's a simple and delicious weeknight dinner.
I'm not sure if my lamb pieces are too big. I'm just gonna kind of do the mix together, but I still feel like I'm just left with a big piece of lamb and rice. Come here, lamb. Cut in half. Oh. A spoon is good for a lot of things, but it's definitely not good for cutting cooked chunks of lamb. Lamb and raisins, that is a fruit and meat combination that is so good together. The spices on the lamb are awesome. You can make the 7-spice blend or you can just buy it. Leave in a link. One of the things that I think is most interesting in trying all of these white rice dishes is looking at the way proteins are used in them as you move around the world. In the Middle East, we've definitely seen a lot of these rice bowls with kind of the big pieces of meat and nuts together. Oh man. One thing I will say, living in America, at just like the general supermarket, it's very difficult to find lamb. We are just such a beef eating country. So many types of beef, so many different cuts of chicken. Lamb have to go to like a butcher, which I kind of feel like is surprising because lamb is such a popular meat in so many parts of the world. Just like in America, we just like our cows and chickens.
My name is Tanya and I come from Mauritius. It's an island of East Africa in the Indian Ocean. So if I had a bowl of rice, I would top it with lentils with carrots, mango pickle, potato chutney, and coconut chutney. It is sour and spicy, and it is one of my favorite comfort foods.
Truth be told, I did not have all of the correct chutneys. I had the coconut chutney, but then when I opened it, there was a little bit of mold. So I swapped it out for this lasuri pickle, which is one of my new favorites. I love lentils, just full stop. And all of these different pickles have like spiciness and saltiness to them, which you can make a super bland dish. Just put a little bit of pickle on there and pop. It's delicious. Lentils, good. Pickle, good. Carrot, good.
Hello, my name is Maria and I'm from Mexico. The side dish that we make with rice here is called arroz blanco, and the three main ingredients are peas, corn, and carrots. I think everyone here at some point has had it during their lives because it's such a staple and traditional side dish to make in Mexican households.
This was one of the more simple rice dishes, which I really appreciate, and I think it's something that is probably familiar to a lot of people. You know, just mix a little bit of veg in with some white rice and salt. Classic. I fried a chili to put on top. Ooh, a little spicy. I've seen a lot of comments of people being like,
what happened to just salt? Or what about just butter?
Like, you know what? I was originally thinking like, no, it should be something a little bit more extravagant, but I also feel like these more simple rice dishes are almost the ones that we really connect with because they are so much a part of our daily lives versus the big fancy bowls. So I think that there's space for both of those in this show.
Hi, my name is Anya and I'm from Switzerland. When I think of white rice dishes, the dish Rice Casimir always comes to my mind. It's a yellow chicken curry which you garnish with different fruits like pineapples, apples, bananas and or cherries. The cherry and the pineapple usually were from a tin. It's quite famous here in Switzerland. I always remember having and loving it when I was a child. I hope you like it too.
I don't think I've ever had banana and chicken together. Look, it's the curry is really nice. This is a really great chicken curry. I stewed apples to make the base of it. You know, we're gonna do pineapple, some chicken, some rice. Here we go. I might get called out for saying this, that I like everything, but I like it. I mean, the sweetness works with the spiciness and saltiness of the curry. You can think it's weird, but until you tell me that you've tried it, I don't want to hear it because I think it's actually really good.
Merhaba, my name is Christine. I'm half Jordanian, and the toppings I'd like to share with you today are ground beef seasoned with a spice mix called 7 Spices. This is a traditional Arabic spice mix, as well as golden fried almonds or pine nuts. Peas are also optional, and it's actually a traditional dish called uzi, though in my family we make it really simple. We just combine the toppings with plain rice, mix it up before eating, and enjoy it with a side of yogurt. I hope all of you can try it. It's really delicious, or tayyib as we say in Arabic.
Okay, now I'm gonna mix it up. Oop. Come on, mixy, mixy. Okay, this is the American in me, so I apologize to everyone else, but like Americans, this is like elevated as heck hamburger helper. 10 times better though, obviously, but the ease of it is still there. Just ground beef that I sauteed with spices, put a little bit of crunchiness of the nuts on top, add some yogurt, bada bing, bada boom. It's a dish that feels fancy, but it also took only like 10 minutes to make. I'm sorry about the hamburger helper comment. It really wasn't to offend anybody, in case it does. If you're wondering where to get the 7 spices, I found it and I have linked it for you in the description.
Hi, I'm Maha, I'm from Iran, and the topping I like to put on white rice is zereshk, also known as barberries, with saffron. It's really simple and it has a really nice tart flavor, and it's been a staple topping of white rice my whole life.
I'm a bit worried that I messed this up a little bit because in all of the visuals, the rice dish was supposed to be like beautifully colored and like vibrant. Mine is not so vibrant. Maybe I needed to bloom the saffron and barberries a little bit longer. I'm not really sure, but I am sure that I've never had a barberry before. So this is my first time having a barberry. It's a little sour. It tastes like a really sour cranberry. I feel like this would be very good in a stew or a sauce to give a little bit of like an acidic punch. This dish marks 30 rice dishes that we have done. I want to keep going. I'm leaving a list in the description of all the countries we have covered. If you do not see your country, send me an email. Let's get it in the next video. I am leaving the other 2 rice videos here for you to watch in the meantime, and I will see you all in my next video.